Ladies, gentlemen, it's Noisyface.
Hello and welcome to the Noisyface Sim Space, where we play The Sims and other games. As you may or may not know, I'm on a buying freeze for the entirety of 2026. So that means if I don't already own a game, I would have to break my buying freeze to get it. Don't worry though, I have plenty of games in my backlog that will keep me entertained. Anyhow, at the time of filming this, we're nearing the end of Q1 and I wanted to do a little ranking video. These ratings are not set in stone. Something might come along that changes where the particular games stand for me. Perhaps that might be something you'll see in future rankings. I don't know. I'm also only rating games that I have played and beaten, like all the levels, not full completion. So sit back, buckle up, and be prepared to fight me in the comments, because here are the ratings for all the games that I've played from November 2025 to current day. First up and coming in at a perfect 10 out of 10, we have Astrobot. This game is basically PlayStation nostalgia turned into a playground. It's basically the Avengers Endgame of platformers, just way cuter and with fewer emotional breakdowns. Well, some emotional breakdowns, like they're not completely gone. If you're wondering how this game managed to win Game of the Year, just play one of the regular levels. I was really impressed with how much thought went into the level design, and having the DualShock controller respond to every single thing that you do really added to the mechanics. Like no other game is doing this in the way that Astrobot is, and that's really smart to showcase your hardware. This game was very meaty. Way more worlds than any Kingdom Hearts game. I played through this with Uncle Pookie, your certified platinum paladin, and he drove some levels. I drove some levels. I backseat drove some levels. I didn't finish any of the hard levels on my own. That's because I'm terrible at gaming. But this game is going to be really hard to knock off its beautiful mountain. Next up is Paper Mario Thousand Year Door, and that's going to come in at a 7 for me. It is my first full completion on the Switch, and it's really a classic. You've got turn-based combat, you have hilarious writing, and you got Paper Thin Mario. That's one of the greatest charms of this game, is all the different things that you can do with Paper Mario, and how these are incorporated into puzzle solving. The humor is very witty, and I didn't expect to giggle or laugh that much in a Mario game unless Luigi tripped over himself. As a side note though, I actually have a personal vendetta with Luigi. We were playing Mario Party and AI Luigi stole 700 coins from me on a beach. Anyways, what makes this game a 7 for me is really the leveling system, or lack thereof, because my companions they don't gain experience. First of all, you gotta go find all the hidden star pieces to level them up, and even then they're like capped at the levels they can get, and it, you know, like it does give them hit points, but it's pretty much just like special moves. By the time I finished this game, I had put over 40 hours into it, and there was still a whole lot left to do. So many side quests. Y'all know that I'm not a completionist though, and I don't really care how many cool badges there are left out there. I don't need them. My stash is full. Also at a 7, we have Ooblets. This game is like if Pokemon and Harvest Moon had a baby, and the baby loved dancing. So you get all these cute little creatures, or ooblets if you shall, and the combat system that you do is with dance battles. The dance moves are dedicated to card-based mechanics, and those card-based mechanics were relatively easy to grasp. Just like the other two games that we've talked about, there's a lot to do here, like a lot. There were fetch quests, missions that I left on the table untouched, a museum devoid of ooblet statues that when filled would be a collector's dream, and I'm never gonna fill it. But look, there are some things that I did find annoying with ooblets as a whole. Number 1, baby, there's no time skip. You can nap when you're done with all the things that you have to do, but that only moves your game ahead like 2 or 3 hours. So in the early game, this is agonizing. There are only so many springs I can shove in my chest. Okay, guys, I'm gonna run out of room. Number 2, unless I'm missing something, which is very possible, me being me, there's not a way to get rid of your cards that are in your hand. So from my understanding, each ooblet comes with its own little special set of moves and cards, so that does add a little bit of variety. But I will die on the hill that every card game needs a way to get rid of cards that you're not using, or the ones that you got that you didn't quite understand what they did when you got them. I need it, ooblets. I need it. Now, at a 6.5 and a house divided, Resident Evil Requiem. This is the first time that I played a Resident Evil game to completion. Uncle Pookie, your certified platinum paladin, did help me read maps, because we all know that I'm apparently inept at this. He also helped me find some detonator parts in good old Raccoon City, but for the most part, this was all me. Now look, this game is all over the place. It's like Capcom couldn't decide if they wanted a horror, an action game, or like a Fast and Furious movie, so they said yes, and that is what makes this game great. This is the perfect game to play alongside someone that likes the type of horror games that I do and work together, or pass the controller when the characters switch. To be brutally honest with you, I did not expect this game to come in at a 6 for me. And honestly, there are a few games that you think would be higher on my game ranking than Resident Evil Requiem is, and they just aren't. Kingdom Hearts 3, Doom, The Dark Ages, Lies of P. Although, to be fair, I haven't played Lies of P since they made a Make It Easier patch, so I don't know. And you know what, while I'm thinking about it, you know what also might scoot this up to a 7 for me is that one zombie. You know who you are. That's the motherfucking stuff of nightmares, man. Now, the second I said 6.5, I heard your internal rage screaming from the other side of the screen, "But Noisyface, you're not even a fan of Resident Evil. If you take the time to appreciate the series and play all of the games, then nothing would ever beat this game for you. It'd be a 12 out of 10. You know what? You're probably right. Maybe the glow up, grow up on Leon Kennedy has a potential to scoot this up to a 7 for me. You know what doesn't, though? The revamped inventory system. I can't stack things on other things to combine them. I have to click on them and then combine them with a menu option. For some reason, that is harder to my brain than the way that it was before. Now, before you come at me and say that this is the only Resident Evil game that I played, I got all the achievements in Save Room, so just step off. The final game on our list is Paper Mario Origami King. I know that I said I was only ranking games that I've fully beaten, and I intend to beat this game. Actually, it's a personal fucking vendetta now, and I'll get to that. But before I do, before I even give you my rating, let me talk about this game just a little bit. This game has amazing visuals. It's like a chef's kiss. The combat system? It's like doing a puzzle every time you just want to bonk a guy in the face. That puzzle is also timed, so you're on the clock while you're moving rings around. Oh, and did I mention that the rings have a limited number of moves, so enjoy that in your brain. It's like ordering a beautiful cake and taking a bite and then realizing that the cake is confusion. The cake is a lie! So, where did I rank this game amongst the other games? Well, first I thought that I was gonna put it here. Look, I decided to play this as part of my play every Paper Mario that I own kick. And I'll admit that if I had watched a trailer of the game before playing it, I still would have tried it out. But there are two things that knock this game even lower down for me. Number one, the motion controls. I know that's what the Switch is designed to do, and I know it's part of the gimmick, but when I'm trying to fight a rubber band man and he's all Wesker all over the place, it's aggravating, okay? Number 2, the bosses themselves, because they're like crafting supplies. No, seriously, you fight colored pencils, a roll of tape, a rubber band man, and a hole punch. And that just kind of pulls me out of the immersion of the game. I know it's paper, but I see it as more of like a Bunraku theater and not like 5-minute crafts, guys. Mario does not level at all. Instead, he gets coins.
I'm rich, bitch!
Which he can use to buy items that make his attacks more effective, or in some cases, effective at all. Now, those weapons have durability, so they break when you're halfway through the ice cave and you have to go back to the boat to go back to Shroom Town to buy some more. You also hardly get any companions in this game, and when you do, they're pretty much useless. And number 3, the end-all be-all that lowers this fucking pedestal down for me. Now, I would just like to say that I am not a stranger to minigames. I will always want to jump in the book with Winnie the Pooh and smack bees and ride balloons, but making a minigame required so that you can move forward is absolutely insane. So even after I play your stupid Shy Guy Jeopardy and move all the rings, I still have to count all the fucking Goombas in the bathtub and then move the stupid rings to make a math problem while I'm being timed. I am a millennial. Minute to Win It is one of the reasons that I have anxiety. Why you gotta make me relive that, Paper Mario? Why? So yeah, unless something amazing happens in what I have left to play of this game, it sits at a 3 for me. A 3! The only game lower than this for me would be Nonary games. I barely played 2 hours of that, and it was all math. But Bane trapping me on the Titanic saves it from being a 1. Sound off in the comments. Besides Paper Mario Sticker Star, what do you want me to play? What game ranking on this list do you think I should change? And more importantly, have you played all the games listed here as well? Let me know. Also, if you like this video, let me know by hitting the thumbs up on the bottom right corner. And if you want to see other games I play change the rankings, or not change the rankings, you can subscribe. At the time of filming this video, I'm at 97 subscribers. I will move Resident Evil Requiem up to a 7 if I get to 100 by the end of the year. Or will I? Subscribe to find out. Noisyface, out.